Hey there guys, this is Max and welcome back to Team Lucid Dream. So I'm going to be carrying on from the first ever vlog that I made for Team Lucid Dream, which was back in week 2. And as I know, we've recently had a lot more subscribers. A lot of people may not really know who I am and what I do, so I will reintroduce myself. So basically my thing is I try and use lucid dreaming as a therapeutic tool to help with mental health problems, particularly things like depression, anxiety and hearing voices. So I've heard voices for a large part of my life now. I started to use lucid dreaming to attempt to make sense of these experiences from a psychological point of view. Now, if you haven't seen the original video that I did about Darren, I would recommend you go back and check that one out. But I'm talking today about the first time that I did this. The first voice that I experimented with was Scott. My relationship with Scott was really good. And that's why I kind of felt he was the best person to approach at first. So I was having a regular dream and I was inside my house. It was really late at night and somebody knocked on the door, and this made me really anxious and paranoid. I looked through my curtains and I noticed there was a woman at the door, and sort of quite far behind her, hidden in the darkness, was a man. And I just knew that these people were here to break into my house. Something about this made me realise that it was all a dream. So I became lucid, I headed to the door, I opened it and I just said to the man and the woman, look, come inside, take whatever you want, it's not even real anyway. And they were both kind of confused, which I thought was funny, but I left the house and I remembered I had a few tasks that I wanted to perform, such as changing the colour of the sky, finding a certain drink that I really liked and to try and drink it. And it's then I remember my intention to find Scott and to ask him questions about why I experience him. So I get to the end of my street and I turn right into the next street, and I notice quite far up is a figure that is stood behind a very sort of distorted and blurry wall. If you've ever played the Assassin's Creed games, it was like, you know, if you get to a certain part where you're not allowed to progress because you haven't got that far in the story, there's a sort of white shimmering wall. It was like that. So I approached and I put my hands up against it, and I know that Scott is stood behind it. He's not moving, I can't really make out his features, but I know it's him. I try and push through the wall, and in massive red letters the words "access denied" flash up. Now I find this really interesting. I'm assuming that my subconscious mind didn't feel I was ready yet to be exploring my mental health stuff in this much depth, and so it was literally denying me access. A couple of nights later I have a similar dream. I get lucid again, just kind of by chance. I'm back in the street and I am searching for Scott again. Now this time there are loads of dream characters, and as soon as I go on my search for Scott, they all freak out and start running around, and I just can't move for dream characters. I'm trying to push them out of the way, but it's almost like they're trying to pull me back and stop me from searching. Now I'm getting annoyed. I go to smack a dream character, but the dream fades and I wake up. A few nights later I have a dream that I've gone on holiday and I'm sat at a computer, and the words "this is a dream" keep on scrolling on top of the screen. So obviously that makes me question the dream. I don't have to reality check, I don't think, I just know that it's a dream. So I get up, I explore this house that I'm in, I'm calling out for Scott. I have the intention in my mind, you know, I keep thinking, right, my intention is to find Scott, my intention is to find Scott. I'm trying to picture him. I sort of know what my voices look like because sometimes I see them, but I just kind of have this mental image of them. He's nowhere to be found. I'm getting kind of annoyed. I jump out of a window into the streets below, and as I turn around to look at the house, I notice he's just stood in the window that I jumped from. Now, instead of trying to get back up there, I'm just feeling really like angry for some reason. So I, steal a car, go on a rampage, the usual, So I'm not having much luck, but thankfully again, a couple of nights later, I'm having a lucid dream where I am back at school. I spot him now. He's clear, he's not behind any barriers. I spot him in a crowd of people and I approach him, but for some reason I've forgotten all the questions that I wanted to ask. Now the dream starts to fade, and at this point in my lucid dreaming practice, dream stabilization was something I didn't really have a great deal of experience with, so if a dream was going to end, it was going to end. I couldn't stop it. As I feel it fade, I quickly ask Scott, I say, why are you in my life? What do you represent? And he says to me, oh, okay, I don't really know, but I did receive a text message this morning from the one in charge. Now, I don't know who the one in charge is. I'm guessing it's my subconscious mind. But anyway, I take the phone off him, I look at the text message, and it says, you are only a small part of something much bigger. After that, the dream ends. So I'm kind of making progress. It's a little slow going. I guess I didn't expect to have to go through so many different dreams to get a result, but finally the next dream is the one. It's just another dream where I seem to get a random spark of awareness which alerts me to the fact that it is a dream. I am exploring a house trying to find Scott. I go into a room and I find him there. The problem is I can't seem to get my words out and he can't seem to get his words out either, and we're kind of really struggling to communicate, and there seems to be this weird tension going on. The dream ends, but a few hours later I seem to go back into that dream. I get lucid all over again, go back into that same room, find him, and this time we're able to have a proper conversation, and I say to him, why are you in my life? Like, what do you represent? Why do I hear you in waking life? And Scott basically explains that he is everything that I wish I was, from the way that he looks, the way that he behaves, the way he's able to interact with other people. He's very confident, he's the kind of guy that everybody sort of likes, he's very good looking, has a beard. Come on beard, just grow already. The way that he's able to navigate social situations, the way that he's always positive about everything, which really kind of annoys me because I'm a very pessimistic person, and I'm kind of slightly envious of people who have the ability to just move on from things if things go wrong. They have an optimistic attitude, they're positive about things. It's, one part envy to one part really don't like them. So Scott was kind of everything that I wanted to be, and he appeared at a time in my life when I really kind of needed a big brother kind of role. He was kind of like a big brother to me in a way. So that was really interesting. Like, I kind of always had those thoughts that that's what he was about, but I guess to have that clarity from the dream was something that was amazing, really, and kind of really gave me insight into just how powerful lucid dreaming is. And you don't have to use it for all the time. Yes, that is what I'm all about. I continue to do work with that. Things like, post-traumatic stress disorder, schizophrenia, dissociative identity disorder, all these really major mental health issues could really benefit from something like lucid dreaming. So that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know a lot of people probably can't relate, but if you are someone who has mental health issues or knows somebody who could benefit from these videos, I really hope that it was helpful. Feel free to hit the like button also as well. If you want to leave any comments, maybe you have some more questions to ask me, or maybe you have questions for Gio, because our Q&A is on a Friday. Feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to, you can follow us on Twitter at Team Lucid Dream, and also on Facebook under the same name. So it has been a massive pleasure, guys. Thank you for hearing me out. I will see you in the next video.